So here is what the signal room looks like. Every day we post signals like this. Now when we post the signal, let me just start from today. Okay, this was this morning. Today is December 7th. So we started with gold on the sell and closed half of it around 15 pips or thereabout. And later on, it went on to hit the TP anyways. Now, when we post a signal, sometimes we post the full signal at once. Sell gold at this price. You see the price that you see there, where you have 2029 to 2032. It's a zone, a range. Like if we look at an MT4 chart now, it's going to show us the range. You can see the range from this point to this point. You can enter anywhere between that point. So when I am trading, I put my first entry position at that first price, 2029. And then when it goes on like 15, 20 pips further, I take another extra position. When it goes further on again, I take additional position until it gets to that 2032. At 2032, I don't take any more positions after that. I wait for the trade to either hit the stop loss at 2034, which is 20 pips later, or to go into profit or to start to move into profit. So that will help me to have multiple positions that are going to be running in profit. So because of that, I don't take very large lot sizes at once. So even when I'm trading a $6,000, $7,000, $10,000 account, I may be taking lot sizes as if I am trading a $1,000 account or a $2,000 account. That will allow me to be able to take as much as 5, 6, 7 positions on a single trade. So I don't do one standard lot, two standard lot as most people do. Instead of that, I do 0.1 or 0.05 and so on and so forth. So when I put like that, all you need to do is, if it says sell now, it means you can enter at the current price as long as you see that signal within a minute or two of posting it. So what I always do, if you are not sure where the now is, then check where price is. If price is still close to 2029 to 2032, it's still within that range, then you can enter the trade. But if price is no longer within that range, or it's more than 15 minutes since the signal was posted, then I would advise that you don't enter that trade anymore, because price may have gone a lot further than that, and if you enter like that, you may lose money. We might have closed or be very close to TP already while you are just entering. So that's a very risky way to trade. So because of that, you have to be, if you are going to follow signal, you have to pay close attention. Signal is free. I try to make it as available as possible for my students. However, if you want what is best for you, then you should endeavor to learn how to trade it by yourself, which means that you should join the mentorship and learn those strategies that I use and those, the system to find profitable trades by yourself. That way you can take as many trades as you want. You won't wait for our signal and maybe 5, 6, 7 signals that we post every day. So that was the first signal we posted today, and then I posted a little motivation for those of us who want to buy the new Cybertruck that Elon Musk just released. Then after that, we went for GBP JPY buy. It didn't really go very far. It went about 15 pips or thereabout. Then it pulled back and went to hit stop loss. So then we went for a sell after that, and we hit TP2. We did over 150 pips on this GBP JPY second trade, and that recovered all the losses that we had on the first GBP JPY buy. So then we did a sell of gold after that, which also smashed our TP, and then we bought GBP odd, which also smashed TP later on as well. The TP was later down. Okay, we closed this at about 7 pips. There was a reason I decided to close this at 7 pips. I noticed a pattern that was changing, so I had to close it. But it later went into TP. So for those who still held it, they would have hit their TP at the end of the day. But I closed mine at 7 pips, and I instructed that we should close at 7 pips. Then we continued our GBP sell, which further on. So when you see GBP JPY sell now, or XAU USD or gold sell now, just enter the position. If you have not seen the range or the TP and stop loss, don't worry about it. Just take the trade. When you take the trade, later on, when those ones now come up, you can go and edit it. I'm going to show you how to enter a trade and how to edit in the course of the training if you don't know that already, but I know a lot of you already know that. But for those who don't know, I'm still going to go through it anyway. And that trade went almost 180 pips as well, this second sell of GBP JPY. Then we sold gold and did a good 40 pips on that. We did way more than 40 pips, but it hit TP1 at 40 pips anyway. So it kept going after that. And we did another sell on gold again that went instantly to hit TP1. And basically all our trades today, except for the first GBP buy, hit stop loss. So this is what the signal room looks like, and that's what you get every day. You can look at yesterday too. Yesterday was December 6th. Okay, December 6th. This was what we did yesterday. You can see that. So we did a lot of gold trade and a bit of GBP JPY. So I think we did about 5 trades or 4 or 5 trades yesterday, but today we did about 7 trades, and that's how we do it every day. So that's what the signal room looks like. Now let's see how to take those trades. How do you enter the trade? If you're using a PC, if you're using a mobile device, how do you take those trades? So let me switch to MT4 and show you how to take the trades. So I want to quickly switch to MT4. It doesn't matter whether it's MT4 or MT5. Okay? So you can use either of them. Maybe I should even use MT5 for this example. Let me use MT5. MT4 is pretty common. So let me use MT5 for this example. So here is our MT5. I'm using MT5 here. So this is MT5. Now if you are going to take a trade, you can go to quotes to select the currency pair that you are trading on. So if, for instance, you have GBP JPY to trade like we had there, you can't find it here. As you can see, it's not here. So what I will do is click on that plus that you see at the top right corner of my screen beside that pencil. Okay, so I'll click on the plus there, and once I click on that plus, it's going to give me a list of all the folders where the currency pairs are. You cannot begin to scan through all of them one by one like this, like on your broker. So instead of that, just click on that where it says find symbol. Click there and type the name of the currency pair you are looking for. GBP JPY. You can see it comes up almost immediately. Okay, it comes up almost immediately. You can see it at the top there. So just click on it and it immediately goes into your quote list. So if I look at the quotes now, you can see it at the bottom. That's it there. I went back and scroll up. So you see it at the bottom there, GBP JPY. So all you need to do is just tap on it and click on charts to open the chart. Now, you see, even if you are following a signal, you should know the reason why the person who is posting signal is signaling that position, that trade. Why are they asking you to sell? Why are they asking you to buy? If you don't understand the reason why you are being asked to take some trades, you might end up losing those trades. Okay? So if you do you should also know how to analyze the market. Very important. Learn how to analyze the market. That is the essence of the last part of the free training you took. That is the part part 4, where he talked about support and resistance. The next thing is supply and demand, which is covered in the mentorship. It's not on the free training, but it's covered in the mentorship. I'll try to touch a bit of it tonight if we have the time. Now, you can still use the support and resistance to be able to analyze the market and take trades too. Okay? So, looking at the market like this, you can see a signal that says GBP JPY buy now. All you need to do is just click on the buy button. Okay? You click on the buy button. If you don't have it at the top there, sorry about that, let me cancel that. If you don't have it at the top here, if you don't see the sell and buy button there, if you're using MT5, you can just click on that red and blue box at the top right corner there. So when you click on it, it will bring up the red and buy and sell button. But if you don't have that, or you don't remember how to do that, you can go into the pair like this and hold down on it or click on it and click on new order. Okay? click on new order, and it takes you into the order. So you can sell or buy from here as well. You can see sell, buy, are we together? Sell, buy. So if it says you should buy, then you can just click on buy. We have not told you where to put your stop loss, take profit and all that yet. We just said buy, so you can buy like this. Now, by the time the signal now comes complete and it says put your stop loss at so and so place, your TP at so and so place. Let me go and take a look at the chart again now. So now you can say put your stop loss at, let me see, 180.80. So, and then your TP at, let me put TP at 181.95. So you just slide left on the trade. Can you see that? Slide left, just drag on that pair, on the trade that you are in, left, and click the second button. The first button is to close the trade. If I click that first button, it's going to tell me to close at this loss, but I don't want to close. So we click on the second one, slide left, and click on the second one. Now that second one gives us a stop loss and gives us a take profit. So let's enter our stop loss. We say we are stopping at 180.80, and our take profit is 181.95. Okay, so once you have entered these two, stop loss is on the left. That's the one they mark in red. That's the one they mark in red. Take profit is on the right, which is the one they mark with green. So you just click on modify, and that automatically modifies your trade. So if you click on the trade now, you will see the stop loss we entered, the take profit we entered is all there. So once price get to any of those points, whether it's the one at the top, it hits our TP. If it gets to the one at the bottom, it hits our stop loss. I hope that is clear to everybody. Please respond. Let me know that you can still hear me. Hello guys. Is anybody there? Please unmute yourself and respond. Let me know that you can hear me. Okay, good. Okay, so you can mute yourself back. Alright, so you can see our trade is now running in profit and coming back to loss. So it's still, fluctuating. So you just let it be and wait for it. As long as your analysis is correct, it will do one of the two. It's either it will hit the take profit or hit the stop loss. If it hits the stop loss, you have lost some money. If it hits the take profit, you have made some money. So that's basically how to trade and how to make money in the forex market. So we said the first thing we wanted to see is how to use the signal. Now, most importantly, I said you should understand the rationale behind the decision to sell or buy. Let me go. I said you need to know the reason why the person is making a decision to sell or buy. If it's somebody that can listen to you, that can be patient to explain to you why they are making those decisions, you can ask them, coach, why are you buying? Coach, why did you post sell? But you cannot always ask somebody, why are you selling? Why are you buying? Why are you selling every time they post a signal? They'll get tired of answering you. So that's why you should also understand the rationale behind those decisions. You should know how to analyze the market yourself, so that you can also be able to decide whether to buy. There are some signals that you will see and you will ignore them. Okay, there are some signals you will see that you ignore them. There are sometimes I look at my chart and I see some pattern that would have been a good signal to buy or sell, but I would look closely again and decide not to take the trade because of certain things. It might be from the news, it might be for several reasons, and at the end of the day, the trade will not go the way that pattern is showing. So if I had taken that trade, I probably would have lost money. But for instance, the signal I posted this morning, the GBP JPY buy, I posted it because I saw a pattern. But do you know the funny thing is I did not take that trade. I can show you my trade result for today. I did not take that trade, and it was a little bit of profit. For those who took profit early, they will be in profit. But for those who did not take profit early, it went back and hit stop loss at the end of the day. So it wasn't a very clear trade, but I just had to post it because I wanted us to trade GBP JPYs at that time. So I just took it. I wasn't very patient. So it happens like that. The person giving you signal, it doesn't have to be me. It doesn't even have to be at Blue Peep Academy. Wherever you are subscribing for any signal, at any signal, it doesn't matter. Wherever or whoever they are human beings too. They could take trades based on emotion, which you can't afford to. They could have a very large account that can carry anything, which your account may not be able to bear that kind of stress. So you have to be very, very careful of the trades. You need to know why they are taking the trades that they are posting. Now, when you are making deposit, try to deposit in your local currency. A couple of times people have called me, can I deposit in dollars? Can I use my dollar card? I tell people, don't pay with dollar card. If your broker allows you to deposit in local currency, please do. It's easier and less stressful for you. Pay in local currency. If you can't pay in local currency, then you can use crypto. You can use USDT, which is very easy as well. Now, when you deposit, you'll be added to the Signal group. We have deposit guide for the brokers that we use. So if you don't know how to make the deposit, ask me or send me a message and I will guide you or send you the guide on how to make your deposit. Now, how do you get your trading account connected to MT4 or MT5? That's another thing. Trading on MT4 and MT5 or MT5 is where we trade from, depending on the kind of account that you created with your broker. Okay? Depending on the kind of account that you created with your broker. However, when you create your account is only on the broker platform. It's not on MT4, it's not on MetaTrader platform. So for your account to get to MetaTrader platform, you have to connect your trading account to MT4 or MT5. There is a video guide on that, or maybe I will do another video guide on that later, because I don't want us to waste time. I want us to see if we can do a little bit of analysis tonight. It's getting really late, and I don't want to hold you for too long too. So these are things that we can always catch up on. So I would not be showing you how to connect it here. I will post a video on that. I'm sure some of you already know, because I did it. It's also in the free course that you took. It's in the course on how to connect your account to MT4 or MT5. But in case you forgot, I'm going to do another one and show you how it is done. Okay, now understanding reason for the trade decision in the signal that is released. I talked about that already. You need to understand why. And the best way to understand why is to learn how to analyze the market by yourself. So the essence of following signal is not for you to know, it's not for you to just take their trade anytime they post it. No. The essence of following signal is to serve as a guide. I also belong to several signal groups. I'm sure as I'm doing this training, you would have seen some pop-ups. I belong to a lot of Forex groups, not just in Nigeria, in different parts of the world. Now, the reason why I belong to them is not to copy their signal, no. It's to get a direction. So when somebody posts GBP JPY sell, for instance, now, I know there is probably a high probability of a trading position on GBP JPY. So I could go to GBP JPY and do my own analysis instead of having to go through all the pairs one by one, looking for which one is ripe enough to trade. So those ones help me to know which pairs are having good setup for now. So when I see those signals, I just go straight to the pair and I look at it and I decide for myself whether to trade it or not to trade it. Now remember what I said. There's a gift for everyone who is in this class. So please take note of the name, your name on this group, how it appears, because I'm going to use that to identify you when it is time to present what I have for those who are in the group. So take note of that. I'm going to ask you what your username is. If you tell me that you are in the training, I will ask you what your username is, and if I can't find it on the list, then I will not answer you again after that. I'm going to keep a screenshot of everybody who is on this group. I have a screenshot of everyone who is on the group, so take note of that. Now, so I said you should know how to analyze, and the best way to know how to analyze is to keep learning. Keep learning. If you can't get a mentor, you can't pay for mentorship to learn, please keep learning on your own. Okay, keep learning on your own. Depending when you can pay for mentorship, and I'm still there, I will still guide you. I will not say because you're not a mentorship student, you have a question and you come to me, I will not answer you. I will answer you. It's just that I will not train you again, I will not teach you again. You have to go out and teach yourself. Now, if you get confused at any point, you can always bring questions to me. I will answer it. But it's not for you to now call me and say, hello coach, I saw something about fair value gap. I don't understand. Please, can you teach me fair value gap? I will not teach you fair value gap. Okay? I will only teach you fair value gap if it is not your mentorship and you are a mentorship student. Then whatever topic you are bringing to me, I will teach you if it is not part of what I have given you or what I am training you on already. And if it's going to be in your training, I'll tell you to calm down. When we get there, you will understand it because I don't want to overcrowd your head. So my mentorship is systematic. So I take it from the lowest all the way up. So you grow gradually until you are independent. Okay. So like remember I said independence. Your independence is very, very important. Your independence is absolutely important, and that is why we have the mentorship program. There are several ways you can raise funds. I did a short video some months ago, I think earlier this year, on how you can raise funds. I used that strategy to raise funds when I was starting out too, and I actually raised some very good amount of money with that. So maybe later on, if I remember, or someone should remind me, I will share that training with you, and you can also, watch it and see if you have something you can implement there to help you. Okay, so what is the next step? To join the mentorship program, that's the next step for everybody. Okay, if you can join the mentorship program, then you can join the general trading class community on Telegram and on WhatsApp. We have a community on Telegram and on WhatsApp. You should join those communities too. I would add everybody in the group to the community if WhatsApp will allow. But if WhatsApp does not allow, I'll drop the link to the community on the group so you can join. Now, while you are in that group, we don't do a lot of communication there. I don't post a lot of things, but occasionally I hold free trainings where I teach mentorship materials to them there. But it doesn't happen very often, very, very rarely. And then when I see important information, I post them there too. So you can still learn a few things from there as well. Now, save these contacts. If you can, get the special bot to automate your trading. Okay, the bot is available too. For those who would like hands-free, they don't want to, get their hands dirty too much. They would rather have somebody or something do the trading for them. You can sign up for the bot. It's actually very affordable. At the moment, it's just $100 for you guys, but the normal price is $200. Okay, but it's just $100, and the payment is in USDT, not in Naira. If you have to pay in Naira, then I will have to be the one that will convert it to USDT and pay on your behalf. Remember, I said the bot is not mine. I didn't develop the bot. It's my mentor that developed the bot. So if you're buying from him. So if you want to pay for a bot, I'm just going to send you his wallet address, and you send the fund to him, and then you send me the proof of payment so I can help get your bot out and set it up for you as in set the set file for you. So you can follow us on Instagram, Blue Pip Academy. You can follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, and you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. Okay, so on Blue Pip Academy. So those are the steps that are left for you that you should take for now. Now, having said that, let's see if we can quickly look at the chart briefly. One of the key areas that you should focus on in the training you just had is analysis, how to do analysis. And that is what we did that was what we covered in, what are those topics again? The trend lines, the horizontal lines and all that, support and resistance, then charts. We talked about charts as well in the free training. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to touch those areas quickly now. And then I'm going to teach you one very simple, small strategy that you can use to start practicing for now. Okay? Something you can start practicing for now to be making some little money while you are trading on your own as well. So if you can patiently follow that, you can actually make some money trading on your own too. So I'm going to share my MT4 screen now on PC. I hope it will share, but I don't know why this PC is doing the rishi today. Nice, okay, I'm sharing MetaTrader 4 now. Is anybody seeing the screen? Can you see my MT4 screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, great. So let me just go on, because I can't see it on my own mobile phone. I don't know why it's not showing on my mobile device. I need the training. It is well with you. Okay, so if you look at the chart, we have, do you remember trend line? We talked about trend line. Sorry about that. We talked about trend line. And this is an example of a trend line, what I just drew now. It's an example of a trend line. So now this trend line is for a downtrend, remember? And because it's a downtrend, we'll put it above the price action. All these candles you are seeing is what we call price action in Forex. Okay, there's a trading strategy that is called price action too, as in trading by price action. That one is covered. That one is covered in the mentorship. Okay, so don't worry, I am recording the session. So if you got disconnected at any time, I hope that I'll be able to post the recording for you to catch up. All right, so that is one. Now this is another trend line, and this trend line here is based on an uptrend. Remember, we have downtrend and we have uptrend. So how do you know when a trend line is still valid? A trend line is still valid when price has not broken above it. When price doesn't go above a downtrend, the trend line is still valid. When price doesn't break, when price doesn't break below an uptrend line, then the trend line is still valid as well. So let's start from this first one. You can see price pulls up to the trend line and comes back. It pulls up to it, didn't quite get to it, come back again. Pulls up to it, didn't get to it again, came back again. Pulls up and touches it this time around and came back. Now you will say, after all, I drew the trend line after the price has done all those activities. Yes, this trend line here would help me if I wanted to trade the opposite trend. If I wanted to do an uptrend now, I'll be waiting for this trend line to be broken. So the trend line may go all the way down here, and I'll be waiting for it to get broken at one point. Once it is broken and tested, which happened at this point here, you can see that the trend line got broken here. Let me change this color, please. Oh, that's white. I want something that is lighter so that we can see through it. Okay, so I think this is better. So we see that the price got to this trend line, broke above it, or before now it has not gone above it, it's just been touching or almost touched. But at this point it went above it, came back to test it, and finally took off from there. So once it leaves there, I know we have left downtrend, we are now in an uptrend. So I will draw the next trend line, which is what happened here. So this is a new trend line based on this lower low and this higher low that I formed after that. So I will create a new trend line, and then I will now trade this uptrend. So as long as price is above this trend now, I will be buying. Every time price comes back to it and doesn't break below it, I will buy, and it keeps going up. So if I bought at this point, when price came here and went back and closed above it, if I bought at this point and went up, this will give me 75 pips. Okay, 70 pips in profit, or 75 pips in profit. That's a very good profit. Do you understand that? That's a very good one. So that's how you can trade with trend line. And then price came back and broke below it. I will not be able to trade anymore at this point. I wait for it to break above, and it came back below it again. So this trend line is no longer valid after being broken at this point. It got broken at this point and retested. So now we have another downtrend starting, and so on and so forth. So that is what trend line is. Trend is going up or down. Now at this point you will ask, are we in a downtrend or an uptrend? How do you know when you are in a downtrend or when you are in an uptrend? A downtrend happens when price is making lower lows. This is a low. A low is the lowest point that the price goes to before it reverses. This is one. But the next one after that is here, almost at the same point but a little lower. And the next after that is here, which is lower than that. So we call this lower lows. When price is making lower lows and lower highs as well. This was a high. This is another high, which is lower than the previous one. This is another high. and then this is another high, which is lower than the previous one, then we say price is making lower lows and lower highs, then we have a downtrend. But when price is making higher lows and higher high, look at this. This is a low. The high that follows it, excuse me, my mouse is misbehaving. The high that follows it is here. Then the next low is here. And the next high is here. So you can see that price is making higher highs now. It's not making lower highs anymore. Another low is here, but we'll recognize this one more. And then we make a new high. And then we make a new low, which is still higher. So when we are seeing higher highs and higher lows like this, we say we are back in an uptrend. So right now we are in an uptrend. Even though it's not a steep uptrend, but it's still an uptrend. So when you are in an uptrend, you are looking for opportunities to buy. When you are in a downtrend like this, you are looking for opportunities to sell. I hope that is clear. Anybody, is that clear to you? Somebody should respond, please. Unmute yourself and respond. Ibrahim, are you responding? Somebody needs to respond. It's clear. Okay, good. Okay, very good. So we can continue. So this is what trend line is. This is how to use trend line to trade. So when you have a trend line, a downtrend like this, like what we had, let me see, a downtrend like the one I had, sorry. Hello, can you hear me? What's wrong? My earpiece is not talking. Okay, somebody should respond. Can you hear me? Is there anybody there? Can you hear me? I can hear you. Please unmute yourself. Can you hear me? Network is crazy tonight, man. Hello guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, that's good. All right. So if we have a downtrend like what we had here, then we will say we are looking for opportunities to sell. And when we are in an uptrend, we'll be looking for opportunities to buy. So buy or sell, depending on which direction the market is going. All right, so let's go and look at other currency pairs. So now I said I was going to teach you a strategy to be trading, at least be making some small bar for yourself. If you have a pair that is in a downtrend, like let's look at this. Are we in a downtrend here or an uptrend? Anybody? Somebody should tell me, are we in a downtrend or an uptrend? It's an uptrend. Good. We are starting an uptrend now. Okay. So we're in an uptrend right now. Very good. So let me remove all these boxes. Okay. So in an uptrend like this, the strategy I used is called the liquidity sweep strategy. The liquidity sweep strategy. So you can do it, you can use it on a small time frame. Let me switch to maybe 15 minutes or 5 minutes. so that we can see the uptrend clearly. Okay, on 15 minutes we're actually ranging. The market is not in a clear uptrend. So let's find a pair that is in a clear uptrend. Like all of them are ranging. Okay, we have a downtrend here. So on this downtrend, let me see BTC, GBP USD. I want to enable some pairs. Most pairs here have been turned off, so I want to bring in as many pairs as possible, so we have enough to work with. Okay, I think we have some NZDs too. NZD card. Okay, that one is already there. NZD CHF, NZD JPY. Okay, so let's bring in, let me see, odd card. Okay, so let's go to a smaller time frame now. So we have seen that, look at this, you go to a higher time frame, say 1 hour for instance now, and see which direction the market is going. We're in an uptrend now, okay? So which means we look for opportunities for buying. Though in the overall trend, we're in a downtrend. Look at 4 hours. In the overall trend, okay, still a ranging market, an uptrend. So we are good. It's an uptrend. So we want to go to a smaller time frame now, say 15 minutes or 5 minutes. And then we are going to look for liquidity sweep. What does liquidity sweep mean? You look for where price pulled back, a pullback at any point, and then the bullish candle, you know we are in a bullish market now. The bullish candle leaves a wick behind that clears liquidity. Let's look at when we are in a downtrend. Look at this. This area is a downtrend. We have a pull up, and then this candle, which is the bullish candle here at the top here, cleared the liquidity of this one. What does it mean? It means the wick came up longer than the previous candles. This tells you that they have cleared liquidity at the top there, which means price is about to start pushing downwards because we are in a downtrend. So when the candle closes, I will take a sell on the second candle, which is this candle here. I will take a sell on this second candle here, and I will sell down from here for about, my stop loss will be above this candle. Take note of that. Let me put my stop loss where it will be. My stop loss will be here above the candle, just about maybe 5 or 7 pips above, and I will take my sell from here. So if I sell from there, I will target ×2 or ×3 of my stop loss. My stop loss is about 5 pips, so I'll be targeting like 10-15 pips. So this is 15 pips here. It's cleared easily. In fact, it was cleared on this candle, this second candle. You can see this one hits TP in less than, how many? This is 15 minutes. In less than 45 minutes, I already cleared 15 pips there. So you wait for another one again. This is another one. This is another liquidity sweep here. And then you sell down from there. This is also another liquidity sweep. But this is not very clear, so I don't take that. But this one is pretty clear. So I can sell from here and sell down as well. This is another one here. It's a very simple strategy that I use for scalping. So this is another one. I will sell from this candle. At the end of this candle closing, I'll put my stop loss here. I'll put my stop loss above here. And then I will sell at the end closing of this candle, which is on this second candle here. So I'll sell from there. My stop loss is, let me see how many pips. My stop loss is about 9.6 pips. So let's say 10 pips. So I'll be targeting 30 pips on this one. So let me move back a little. and target 20 to 30 pips. So let's look at that. What do we have? You see, 25 pips. It got to 25 pips before it turned around. So this is how to use the liquidity sweep strategy. If you are in an uptrend, this is a liquidity sweep here. At this point here, this is a liquidity sweep. You can see this candle. This is a bullish candle. It cleared the liquidity of the bearish candle beside it. So I would sell from there, and its stop loss will be very, very tight. Look at that. The stop loss is just where this where this red one is. That's where my stop loss is already. So that's just my stop loss. How many pips? From here where I close, where the candle closed, to here is about 6 point something, or let's say 7 pips. So I'll be looking at 21 pips or 30, and look how far it went, all the way to 69 pips. So it's very, very easy to trade with this. Now here is a liquidity sweep on the sell symbol, so which means we might have a sell here, but because we're in an uptrend, I'm going to wait patiently until I have a liquidity sweep from down. This is one here too, so I can buy this, I can buy from here, I can buy from here. Very, very easy to trade. I hope that is clear. Did we? Okay, can you see my screen now? Okay, good. So let me switch to the whiteboard now. You see, when price is moving, when you have an uptrend, price is going up like this. Do you know that? You know that's an uptrend, right? And then when you have a downtrend, we see price doing something like this. Okay, I hope that's clear. Please respond. I need somebody to unmute himself. If you know you are not in a noisy area, if you know you don't have any distraction around you, you can stay unmuted so that when I ask question, I will know that you're following. So that when I ask question, you can respond. Now, if you have a candle that forms like this, you know this. You've studied candles now, and it's filled up. This is a down candle, and we're in a downtrend, and then another candle forms outside it, after it, maybe like this, and has a long wick at the top, and this one is not filled, which is a bearish candle coming down. Sorry, let me try and do this again. We have an uptrend, so our bullish candle will be transparent, nothing inside, right? Am I right? And our bearish candle, based on our explanation of candlestick, our bearish candle will have filled body. Anyway, that's depending on how you set your distance anyway, how you set your own, because you can set your own in the opposite direction. So this will be the bearish candle coming down, and this will be the bearish candle going up. Now let's assume that you are taking a trade. I want to try and clear this. Sorry, I've not used this very app before, so it's a little bit confusing for me. Okay, so we say we are in an uptrend. Now, if you now see in an uptrend, you will have pullbacks like this period. You see this middle here is a pullback. This period here is a pullback when price will do a little bit of downtrend before it will now start going up again. So those are called pullbacks. Now, when those pullbacks happen, you wait for what we call a liquidity sweep at the end of the pullback. At the bottom of the pullback like this, you wait for a liquidity sweep. What is a liquidity sweep? When you have a bearish candle, down candle that forms, whether with wicks or without wicks, it doesn't matter where the wicks are, and it doesn't even matter how big the candle is. What is important is the second candle that follows it, which is the bearish candle that does not have filling but has a wick that the whole candle covered the previous candle completely. As you can see, the previous candle stopped here, and this other candle got down below it. So this candle, this bottom part here is what we call liquidity sweep. This bottom here swept the liquidity of this previous candle. Do you understand now? So the moment this candle closes, anywhere it closes, whether it goes up to this point and then closes, any point it closes, by the time the next candle opens, you will buy here. and set your stop loss at the bottom of this wick. That's the wick of this long one that covered the previous one. You put your stop loss below here. That is expecting that price will not come below here again. Remember, we're in an uptrend, so price is not coming below here anymore. So that's where your stop loss will be, and then price will now continue up. Your TP should be times 2, or from here to here, whatever the pips here is. So if this is say 10 pips for instance now, then your TP will be 20 pips or 30 pips. I hope that is clear now. So you will need to practice it. So create a demo account on the broker that you have signed up with, and just go to the chart and look for those points. See where price pull back. We're in an uptrend and you see a small pullback for a downtrend, and then watch which candle that starts the uptrend again. If the wick of that candle is longer than the previous down candle, then just take a buy there and watch where the trade goes after that. Most of the time, if you take 10 trades like that, you are likely to hit your TP 8 times or 9 times. Sometimes all 10 times it will hit TP. It's very, very rare when that happens for price to come back and go below that point that you have marked. It's extremely rare. But once in a while, it could happen. So when it happens, maybe once or twice in 10 instances of taking trade, you have 2 stop losses and you have 8 take profit. And remember, your stop losses are very, very small, minimal, because you are using very tight stop loss. I hope that's clear now. Okay, so that is one simple strategy that I want you to go and practice. Okay, those of you who have registered with any of the brokers, deposit and follow the signal. Don't practice with your live account. Follow the signal with your live account. Then create a demo account as well and use it to practice what you're learning. Okay. Now, talking about mentorship. For those who are in this training tonight, you are in this call this night, you are going to get huge discounts on mentorship. You are going to get very, very huge discounts on mentorship. I'm not very impressed with the number of people who are here. I'm not very impressed, but there's nothing I can do about it. I will just, as they say, accept your fate, collect for God, but for long. So I will accept the number of people that are here, and I'll reserve the heavy discounts for them. Those who are coming to watch, who are going to watch the replay later, they will get a discount too, but it's not going to be as huge as this. So for those who are watching, who did not follow, who did not attend the live training, if you want to join the mentorship, you'll be paying 150,000 instead of 250,000. Okay, you're paying 150k instead of 250k for mentorship. My mentorship is usually 3 months. Within 3 months, I'm going to coach you for 3 months with private calls. We are going to have one-on-one calls where we look at the chart together, analyze together. Each person one by one. It's not a group thing that we say, okay, one person understand, I don't care about the remaining one. It's just me and you. I will call, or you call me, and then you explain to me what you have done and where you are having issues, and then we will go into the chart together and I will break it down for you, explain. Even if it takes 1 hour, 2 hours, we'll be on it. And that will happen every week for as long as you need that call, for 3 months. Now, if after 3 months I see that you put in your best, but you are still not getting it, I will extend it by another 3 months, which means your mentorship can go as far as 6 months if you need it. It's not everybody that learns at the same pace. Some people are fast learners. Within a month, they will be so independent, they don't even need the mentorship call anymore. I have several students like that. In fact, one of them, I had to employ him at the end of the day, and he now works for me. I pay him salary, and he's still trading and making his own money. So it's not the big, he was my mentorship student. So there are people that can, catch on very, very fast, and they don't need you for 3 months. But there are people who are okay, they manage, so they need the whole of 3 months. But after 3 months, they are okay, or even before the end of 3 months, they are okay, they don't need all that close monitoring and mentorship anymore. But there are some people that are really slow. It's not a bad thing, okay? So I'm a teacher. I've been in school, so I know how it is. So for those who are not able to catch it in that 3 months, and I see that they actually put in the effort, but it's just not gelling, it's not sitting yet, I would extend it by another 3 months. In fact, if I have to extend it by another 1 year, I don't care. I will keep extending it until you are comfortable, as long as I can see that you are putting in the work. If you are a lazy type, I would handle you the same way too. I have 1 or 2 people that paid for mentorship, and I gave them their own call time. When I give you the time for your weekly call, your weekly mentorship call, you are the one that will call me or notify me just before the time. I have, right now, I have about 30 students who I am still calling, who are still on call. But I have over 80 students in the mentorship that are running on their own, that occasionally will still bring problem and will solve it together. But the one that I am still doing back-to-back follow-up for is about 30 students. I have 30 students on my plate right now. In your class, I'm going to take 20 students. Take note of that. Only 20 people I'm going to take in your class. Now, if I add those 20 people to the 30 that are already on ground, I have 50. I'm not going to carry 50 people's schedule on my head at once. So, which is why you will carry your own personal schedule on your head. And each person will carry their own personal schedule. So, once it is time for your call, or maybe 5 or 10 or 15 minutes to the time, you will send me a message either on WhatsApp or you call me. Coach, my call is for 2 p.m. today. I hope you are ready for me. And I will say no problem. If there is any reason why I won't take your call at that time, we will schedule a convenient time for you again that will take it. But most of the time, I will make myself available for you. And then we will do our call. If you don't call me, you don't send a message, you don't notify me, I may not even remember your time because I have 50 people that I have to attend to. So I may not remember individual time. So take note of that's why I'm saying it to everybody now, so that it doesn't matter when you sign up for mentorship, you know what is expected of you, and I know what is expected of me, so that I don't disappoint you, and you don't disappoint me. You can't even disappoint me. You can only disappoint yourself. If you set your schedule, and you know what you paid for, and you refuse to go and pick it up, nobody will beg you to come and carry it. If you go to market and buy a bag of rice, and tell them I will come back and carry it, and you go, and you don't come back, they will sell your rice. That is the truth. They will sell your rice. Any day you come back, they will tell you, okay, we actually sold it, but the price was 50,000 when you paid for it. Now it's 55,000. So you are going to add extra 5,000 before you carry another bag, and that's the truth. They did not ask you to go and not come back. So please take note of that. As I want you to sign up for mentorship, but be sure that you are ready for my mentorship before you sign up. Okay? Be sure that you are ready for my mentorship before you sign up, because I will grill you. If it's to succeed, I will give you everything you need to succeed. I can promise you. If it comes to resources, I have everything that you need. In fact, 1/4 of the resources in the mentorship is enough to make you independent in the forex market for life. I'm not talking about for the next 6 months. I'm saying for life. You don't need anything else. As a matter of fact, some students did not study everything in the mentorship. They only took a part of it and they focus on that. The reason why I have everything there is because there are different types of students. What works for A may not work for B. So I try to have everything that will be enough for everybody, so that you can pick the one that works best for you and focus on that. I have students who are swing traders. They have a different resource. They have what they work with. I have people who are scalpers. They have their own materials. They work with their own materials. So whatever your trading strategy, you will find it in the mentorship. Whatever your trading style, you will find it in the mentorship. Now, for those who are in this call, you only pay 50,000 for mentorship. You are paying only 20% of the mentorship fee. I'm giving you 80% discount on mentorship. So you are paying only 50,000. But there's a catch, and here is the catch. 2 catches actually. Number 1 is that I am taking only 20 students. If I don't have up to 20 students in the call, and in this call today, anyways, I think I'm looking at 17 or 18 people. If I get 15 people from those who are in this call right now, it means that I can only take 5 people from those who are listening or watching this later on. That's one. Secondly, I said I want only 20 people. If I get 20 people this night, I will not add 1 person tomorrow. If I have to add any other person, that person will pay the normal fee, except the person is in this call. If you are in this call, I will definitely reserve a spot for you, as long as you sign up between now and Tuesday. Today is Thursday. Between Thursday today and Tuesday next week is the period that I am leaving open for mentorship. Wednesday morning will kick off mentorship for your class. Wednesday morning we kick off. So whether you have joined or not, you kick off. I allow instrumental payment. So I don't have 50K, but I have 25K right now, and I will balance up later. I allow it. But you have to balance up before you join the mentorship class. So if you pay 25K, you only reserve your slot, so I don't increase the price, and you already have a spot. So no matter what happens, you have a spot already. Nobody's going to take that spot. Then when you balance up, then you can join them and start your mentorship at full force. I hope that is clear to everybody. I'm trying to make it as clear as possible. I don't know whether I'm compounding it more, but I'm trying to make it as clear as possible. Okay? So the mentorship is 50K for everyone in this call right now who is online. Remember, I said I am taking a screenshot of all the attendees. I'm taking a screenshot of everybody who is here. And it is that screenshot that I will use. It is that screenshot that I will use to check who is present and who is not. And those are the people that will get the discount. Now, secondly, I am taking only 20 students in total from this group. I don't, how do you put it? I don't bite more than I can chew. I don't take more students than I can handle, because I want to give all my students the best. So I will not take on more than I can handle. That's the second thing. So I'm taking only 20 students. And out of these people who are in the call that I've taken a screenshot of their names right now, I am going to take only as many as will sign up between now and Tuesday. The deadline for this sign up is Tuesday. After Tuesday, then it's over. After Tuesday, I am not taking anybody anymore. Once it's 12 midnight on Tuesday night, we are done with mentorship. So anybody who has not joined by then, or who has not signed up, who have not paid half, anybody who have either not paid part or has not paid at all will not be able to join anymore. Unless, of course, they are going to pay 250K at once. If they pay 250K, I will still allow them to join. That means they are joining by sacrifice. So I'll allow them to join. But if they are not paying 250K, then they cannot join. Again. Remember, deadline is Tuesday, and just 20 people. So if I have 20 people this night, then I'm done. Take note of that. If I have 20 people this night, then I am done. Even if you are in the call and you didn't sign up and I have 20 people, then I'm done. But usually I don't get 20 people in one night. It's very rare. I think the highest I've gotten that signed up in one night was, is it 12 people? 10. It was 10 people. That was the highest that signed up. Usually it will be 8, 7, but most of the time, by Sunday, if it's a Thursday like this that I release the mentorship price, by Sunday, there won't be any more slots after Sunday. So take note of that. If you intend to join the mentorship, I encourage you to pay, at least pay parts, pay half. Minimum is half to secure your spot. Minimum is half, pay half. Then later on, you can balance up. And once you balance up, you will join the class. So do we have any questions from today's training? Do we have any questions from the course, from the online course that you have taken? I'm waiting. If you have any question, please raise your hand. If you have a question, please raise your hand. Everybody who has questions, please raise your hand so that I can take all your questions at once. All right, I have two people, Simon and Additional. So let's hear from Additional first. I think you are the first person to raise your hand. Unmute yourself and ask your question. About the... Okay. So Yes. Okay, minimum amount to deposit. Okay. No, no, no. Let me start from the last question. The free signal is not tied to mentorship alone. Yes, everyone who is in the mentorship gets free signal for the 6 months of mentorship. It's not negotiable. Okay? Even though signal is normally 50,000 per month. But if you are in the mentorship, you have signal for those 6 months free. So nobody is going to worry you about signal. You'll be in the signal, the VIP signal group for the mentorship period. Usually 3 months, but let's say 6 months. You'll be having access to signal. I don't expect that you need signal again after 3 months. Normally, I don't expect it. But even if you do, I will not push you out. So that's one. Secondly, the brokers allow you to deposit as low as $10, but I don't advise it. So I advise that you deposit at least $100 or more. However, if you are going to be in the free signal group, if you want to get the signal for free, you can't deposit less than $100. You cannot deposit less than $100 on XM Global and what's it called? XM Global, M4 Market. You can't deposit less than $100, Anzo Capital. But the new broker that I want to drop, that I may be dropping in the course of the week, you will need to deposit $200 on that one. $200 on that broker is about 90-something thousand. It's not up to 100,000. So you have to deposit 200, minimum of 200 on that broker if you are using that broker. So take note of that. So $100 on the other brokers and $200 on this other broker if you are using it. That's if. I have not posted it yet, but maybe. So if you are using that one and you want free signal, minimum is $200. If you are using XM Global, you are using Anzo Capital, you are using M4 Market, minimum is $100. Okay. Once you have deposited that, it's just to send me the screenshot and your account detail, your MT4 details. So I can confirm that your account is registered with the link I sent to you, and then you will be added to the signal group. So the signal is free. Now, you asked another question about mentorship. I think you asked whether the signal is tied to the mentorship. I can't remember what was the first question. Again, can you please remind me? Okay, what are the other benefits of the mentorship? Okay, thank you very much. So I'm going to give you the mentorship materials. There's a video I did that details what you are going to get in the mentorship. But let me just give you a brief overview. Apart from the free signal and the mentorship call, which is like one-on-one training with me every week for the 3 months or 6 months, here are the resources or the material that I'm going to release to you in the mentorship. Let me try and find my Google Drive. Here are the resources I'm releasing to you. First is my library, my own personal library on Forex trading. Everything I have accumulated in the last 15 years is in that library, and I'm going to throw it open to you in the course of the mentorship. This is it. This is one of them. Let me share the screen. Let me just share my screen. There are 2 libraries that I'm releasing to you. One is the library and one is the vault. The vault is actually the mentorship material. The library is a bonus. It's my own personal library. It's a bonus that I am adding to it. For you. So here is a preview of what you have in the mentorship. The books. These are ebooks, including the Forex Bible that you already have on the website, Cooking in the Forex that I already have on the website, and Candlestick Cheat Sheet that you already have on the website. There are other ones that you don't have on the website that are in this. Then you have some video trainings, okay, how to set up your platforms, trading terminologies, adding indicators to your chart. These are just basic trades. This is my own personal library. Take note, this is not the the mentorship library. I'm showing you the mentorship library now. Okay, using stochastic setting, trend, and so on and so forth. So support and resistance, how to do support and resistance better. And then you have some other videos some other trading strategies too. EMA compounding, EMA strategy, 15 minutes EMA strategy is a trading strategy just like the one I just showed you. 3 dogs is a trading strategy as well. The Williams oscillator is another trading strategy. So these are different strategies that you can practice until you find the one that works best for you. We have a lot on Fibonacci here, though most of them are PDF. And then, so there are so many resources. This is just my own library, which you will have access to. Okay, so this is one of the things you will have access to. Then the second one, let me open the second drive and show you what it contains. Okay, so now here is the actual mentorship vault, the folder that contains everything you need or you are going to use in the mentorship. Take a look at that. You see, these 5 folders contain trainings that I paid thousands of dollars for. So let's start with let's just look at one of them, the FIP, Forever in Profit. Forever in Profit is a training handled by 3 of the best trainers, forex traders in the world. Q is one of them, and you can see his training. These are video trainings apart from the ones that I'm going to be training you to. So these are video training touching every area of supply and demand. If you want to learn support and resistance and relate it to supply and demand, this is where you're going to find all of that. And Ryan's training is there, also covers support and resistance, there's supply and demand as well, trend lines, tying all of that together, how to use fair value gap, price action, levels of price action, with examples, and creating some strategies in the midst of it. Rico is another one. Rico's training, as you can see, this is very, very deep. So all of these this is just one folder. Then you also have the SMC folder that contains the ZM Capital's training. Very powerful trainings, 3 chapters. It was 3 classes that we had. It was crazy. It comes with an ebook as well. That's for that one. So we have so much. We have so many of them. This is just normal getting started material. So these are just resources. Now, apart from this, I told you before about market makers and how they hunt stop loss and all that. There's another training that is not on Google Drive, that is on, I think it's on TerraCopy. Let me see if I can find that. That would also be given to you. That's part of the resources that I'm going to use in the training. Let me see if I can find that. Okay, TerraBox. Let me log into TerraBox and see if I can show you that. So here is my TerraBox vault. Here's my TerraBox vault, and the folder is somewhere here. I can't. Who is that? Somebody's mic is distracting me. So, but there is another. There are like 2 other vaults that I'm going to give you access to again, apart from those on Google Drive. So everything you need to be profitable and to be successful, and to avoid the pitfalls that I fell into when I was coming up, everything you are going to find in the mentorship. So it's basically that, very, very detailed and very full. So I hope that is clear. Of course, that is why you are dealing with me. So I'm going to be guiding you on which one to go with. So as you study them, as I give you the one to study, and you study and you practice them. When you find the one that is for you, you don't need to study any other ones. You just need to keep building on that, and then we will both keep building on that together until you are comfortable working on your own. So you can see that's why I have several resources in different strategies for different people, because I'm a trainer. If it was just for myself, I don't need all of those resources anymore, though I had to go through most of them to find what works for me. So what works for me may not work for everybody else. It might be easy for me, but be difficult for somebody else. So that's why I make all of those ones available for you to pick the one that works best for you. Do we have any other question? Okay, I think we have Simeon. Okay, you still have a question? Okay. Well, your stop loss will be based on your analysis. There's no general position to set stop loss. Your stop loss is based on your analysis and based on your capital. You will notice that when I was showing you that strategy, there are some stop losses that I will say this is 7 pips, some is 10 pips, some is 12 pips. So your analysis will determine where your stop loss will go. The chart, remember in Forex, you don't trade what you think, you trade what you see. Whatever the chart is telling you will determine what you will trade. So don't let anybody deceive you and tell you your stop loss should be 7 pips, your stop loss should be 10 pips, your stop loss should be 50 pips. It's a scam. You're welcome. All right, Simeon, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Good evening. Okay. Of course, you can get the bot. You already know. I already told you the price of the bot for my mentorship students is $100. Okay, you came in late. The bot is normally $200, but for my mentorship students, it's $100, $100. So you're not paying to me. You are paying in USDT. So you need to get USDT. If you don't know how to get USDT and you want to pay in Naira or your local currency, then that means you have to send the cash to me, and I will get USDT and transfer for you, then get your bot for you. But if you have USDT or you know how to pay USDT, that's the best option. I will just give you the owner's wallet address. You transfer to him and then send me the proof of transfer. Then I will process your bot out for you. Then I'll guide you on how to use it too. All right. Any question? Another question? You are saying and again, sir. The bots, yes. Well, the bot has been doing between 30 to 60% monthly on most accounts that are using it. Between 30 to 60%. So it depends on how you set it up, yes. So it's been doing between 30 to 70. But if you are using the bot, I advise you should have at least $200 in trading capital on the bot. Even though the bot can trade with even $50 if you have $50 there. But I don't advise it. Try to have at least $200. Because when it has drawdown, you know it's not a human being. It's a bot. So it only will be following its strategy. So if it's a human now, you can be looking at it and put emotions and say, okay, when it gets to this point, I will do. The bot would only trade what the strategy says. So that's why I say at least have $200 on your account, and then you can run the bot. You will do very well. Okay? But I have some of my mentorship students who are on the bot and they are using 100 and something. One started with one, but it depends on the broker you're using anyway. If you're using XM Global, XM Global will give you an additional 50%. So if you fund, say 150 for instance, now they'll give you 75. That's 225. That's good enough. Your bot will run perfectly well. So if you are using M4 Market, will give you 50% too. So that would also run very well. But if you want to run the bot and you only have 100,000, which is approximately $100 on the other ones, then I think you should sign up with the new broker that I'm going to draw. That's when I finish doing my due diligence. I don't want to lead anybody astray. So when I do my due diligence and I like what I see, their withdrawal speed, then I will drop their own. You can use that that broker. At least with $100, which is 100,000, they will give you like $200, and which is good enough. Your bot will trade very well and do fine. Okay, I hope that's all. There are no other questions. Simeon, you are still raising your hand. Do you still have a question? Okay, there are no questions. All right, so in the absence of any other questions, I think I'll bring the class to a close now. Thank you for your time. If you want to sign up for the mentorship, please send me a message. The bot works indefinitely. It's always there. It's just forever. Once you sign up for it, it's just forever. All right, so okay, yeah, I'll go ahead. I can hear you. Go ahead. All right, send me a message on WhatsApp. Let me send you a video guide on what to do. All right, you're welcome. Okay, well, all right, you're welcome. Thank you very much. All right, any other questions, contributions, confusions? All right, in the absence of anything, I'll bring the class to a close now. This is to 8. I have to go home. Thank you for the time. If you want to sign up for the mentorship, please send me a message immediately so as to reserve your spot. And remember, you have from now till Tuesday. You have a wonderful night rest. I'll see you in the group.